Well, 12 hours, that's how long dispatch records show it took New Orleans police to respond to a woman who was calling for help from a man allegedly abusing her. Good evening, everyone. I'm Cherise Gibson.
And I'm Devin Bartolotta. Asia Davis was eventually killed by that man, investigators say. And now the city council wants to know why police took so long to get to her. Eleanor Tabone has the story.
Asia Davis is one of 6 women killed in New Orleans in the span of a month. According to dispatch records, the young mother called for help, but seemingly authorities failed her.
This woman reached out twice to the New Orleans Police Department through 911 and made complaints fearing for her life.
Kenya Davis is still grieving the loss of her 28-year-old daughter, Asia Davis.
She was my child. She was my daughter.
She was apparently killed by her boyfriend, Henry Talley Jr. Our partners at NOLA.com say he shot her, then ran over her.
We barely holding on.
Twice before her death, she called 911 for help. But dispatch records show on both April 6th and April 18th, her calls were downgraded. In both occasions, it took NOPD 12 hours to respond, and both calls were marked gone on arrival. NOPD says those calls were downgraded because the suspect had left the scene and there was no threat of imminent danger. Council President JP Morrell wants to know why a domestic violence complaint is not a priority.
It is hard for us as a city to have victims and survivors take us seriously. We don't prioritize their safety by thinking a 12-hour response on 2 complaints of domestic violence is acceptable.
Just what we see in this case regarding Miss Davis. Well, she's dead now. She's dead.
Domestic violence advocate Kim Sport says there's no excuse for why it took officers that long to get to Asia.
There's a reason why we have laws that distinguish simple battery from domestic abuse battery, and that's because of the threat of imminent harm to a victim of domestic abuse.
Eleanor Tabone, Eyewitness News.
Henry Talley Jr. has been arrested and is now facing a second-degree murder charge. NOPD says when it responded 12 hours later to Asia's calls, they tried to call her and knocked on the door but didn't get a response, so they marked their call gone on arrival.